You have the mic.
Okay, so hi on Friday Permaculture Vibes, watch, learn and grow. Today is special for me because we are streaming and we are streaming not only in Instagram but in Facebook and YouTube. And please write how you can hear me, how you can see me, so we will know that everything is okay. Maybe I will wait a couple of minutes. And we will talk today. We will talk about rare fruit crops, maybe not so known crops, but they are all edible. They are all fruits, and you can use them in your garden. And these fruits fit well for Denmark, like this. It's okay for them, like temperature and everything. Like I choose them because you can grow them here. Do we have some comments? How's sound? How's and Bob is helping me today. Yeah, and thank you, Bob.
We hear you well, the violet warbler says.
Okay, okay. So everything is okay. Yeah, thank you very much for your feedback. It's good to know. So we will go. And yeah, first I want to present myself um, and my way in permaculture and in growing trees and bushes. And I wanted to deal with plants when I was a child. And my granny had a small garden with flowers and vegetables. And of course, I asked her to have my little bed, but it was when I was maybe 10 years old, and it was 19th, and everything at that time, everything was occupied with food production, and my family was not up to my experiments. So that's why I got a small patch of land in under the old apple tree. So it was like hope, hopeless, hopeless place to grow something, vegetables at least. But still, I planted my first potatoes and first flowers there. Yeah. And at the moment, I'm fascinated by growing plants from seeds. And when I stand next to a 3 meter tall catalpa with flowers, which were sown like tiny seeds just 3 years ago, I feel almost a god because, yeah. And garden for me, garden is a way to realize my creative potential and my higher essence. So, yeah, now more official about my education and my achievements. My education and this is it's land management and cadastre engineer and psychologist. So it helps me to do land-based permaculture design and also social permaculture because I can combine it. Yeah, and since 2016, I decorated the land with smart natural gardens for customers. Yeah, and then I attended permaculture design course twice, and I'm a board member and head of design department of the NGO permaculture in Ukraine. Yeah, and in 2019, I created a team of permaculture designers, and we worked together on projects for customers. And we covered all the areas in permaculture design. It was earthwork, it was functional design. I have dendrologist, and we also do like water balance of the site. So the idea was of the group that we can we can offer for customer like holistic design of the site. I have some other courses. It's permaculture teacher course and eco-village design education. And now I'm teaching permaculture for students here in Avno. And the Avno is eco-village where we are widely practice social permaculture. We use sociocracy model to make an agreement to like to do decision making, and we use non-violent communication, and we live very close to each other. And when you are really close to other people, you need to deal with your problems with your conflicts right away, because you cannot just hide them and say, oh, is everything okay? When you live alone, it's easy to hide something. Yeah. And now I host a live meeting like this, Friday Permaculture Vibes. And also Victoria helps me. Victoria, I think she is with us, but like just watching. Yeah, and I wrote a book, workbook on site design. It's in Ukraine, but I'm translating it in English right now. Yeah. So let's go to the topic. And I like really much this expression, to plant a garden means to be confident in tomorrow. And we, of course, want to be like confident that our garden will survive, that it will be a sustainable garden. And if we want to it be sustainable, we need to create biodiversity. And that's why I choose different plants, maybe not so known plants, so we can add them to our garden and add them to the plants we know well. Because, for example, how pets can find their plants. Usually they they find them by smell. And if we mix everything, like if we mix apple tree with some herbs, if we mix them with other trees, it's not so easy for insects to find their plant, because it's confusing, too much smells and too much other plants around. And that's why we kind of create this diverse garden. Yeah, and it's also really good for us when we have different plants and different berries. Not only berries, actually, it could be also leaves, some leaves, and nuts, and so on. So especially when we are sick, we can find some leaves or some fruits which could heal us. And if we have diversity of fruits, it's easy to find the right one. We can also use some herbs from wild nature as well, but it's good to have them in the garden. Yeah, so I will start. All the names will be in Latin, because sometimes it's difficult to find the right English name, or maybe there are some people, Danish people, and like other names for these plants. So I just choose to put Latin names so we can all understand each other. This is a viburnum. There are lots of species of it. For example, could be red fruits, could be black fruits. You can see the picture with leaves. It's almost ripe fruits, and ripe fruits are black, and red one is not ripe yet. So it's kind of, it's black when they are ripe. And in Ukraine, it's very traditionally we make kind of jam from these berries. and we keep it for winter when there is not so much vitamins, so we can eat and have some kind of superfood for us. And the birds also like these berries, and some of the berries could be on the bushes almost all the winter, so it's also like nice to see them and nice to just come and take them from the bush and eat them. The next plant is taxus, and there are lots of them in Denmark. And maybe not many people know that fruits are edible. These small orange fruits. Um, I like taxus very much because it's evergreen plant, and you also can create windbreak from it. And yeah, but you need to know that all the part of this plant is poisonous, except of the berries. So even stones in the berries, they are poisonous. So you need just to throw it away. Maybe not throw away, but just collect them and sow them, so you can have new plants. Yeah, and the next plant will be Lucium barbarum, and we know it like goji berry. It's more common name. And maybe you have tried them like dry fruits we have in the shops. Usually you can buy them, but you just need to know that it's really easy to plant them as well. You can use cuttings and just put some branches in the soil, and they grow like weeds. And even some like take lots of space, and yeah, they could be under control. So usually we cut them and yeah, just keep them small. Bob, is everything okay? I need some feedback from you. Okay. Good. Good. Do we have some comments? Do we have some questions?
Um, what is the taste of this berry?
Which one?
Probably the tax.
Taxus. It's sweet. It's something like not really like persimmon, but something common. It's really sweet. Yeah, it's nice. They are not so big, but the taste is nice. Okay, I will go to next. It's Henomelis. And usually we know them like just ornamental plants. It's not so big bushes. Mm, there are red flowers at the end of the spring, and these fruits. And you cannot just eat them right away because they are not so tasty. But if you can cut them on small pieces and put them in the tea, you can get lots of vitamins and minerals from it. So we cannot just eat them, but we can use them to enrich our food, for example, drinks. Um, yeah. And this is Chisandra. Um, you can also meet the name like a berry of five taste. Because it tastes sour and bitter and sweet at the same time. And it's kind of a natural stimulant. And you can use also leaves for tea, for example, or to put to the salad or something like spicy. It has like some smell and taste, maybe strong. You cannot just make a salad from only from these leaves, but just to put some little part. Yeah, and I know that some Some surgeons, they use this berries, a small amount of berries before the surgery, kind of stimulant, but not like coffee, for example. It's a natural stimulant, and there is no so bad consequences from it. And or maybe I can talk about coffee later when we'll go um, to the next part of my presentation about course and about more about Avnia. Mespilus. This is also nice berries, and I have seen them. And it's a picture from Nestville. So I have seen them in Denmark. Yeah, and they are nice. They are tasty after first frost. So they are like solid, hard. It's not really possible to eat them. But then after the first frost, the taste is nice, and yeah, you can use them for food. But it's a tree. It's not a bush. It's a more like big tree. And Chisandra, it's a climbing plant. So you need some structure for it. Sorbus domestica. I choose this kind of sorbus because there are lots of sorbus. It's a group of plants with these small orange berries, and they are rich, very rich with vitamin A. How to say it? Vitamin A. Yeah, like it's really rich for vitamin A, right? A. Yeah, so it's good for to harvest them and make a tea from them. You can also dry them. I choose this Sorbus domestica because it's the biggest fruits. They're not so big, but like small cherries, but really nutritional. And the Sorbus domestica, it's not so big tree. It's still tree, but it's not so big like other. And the next one will be Prunus virginiana. It's a small berries. They look similar like wild cherries. You can use like them like just fruits, and birds also like them very much. But I try them also like a flower. If you dry the fruits together with stones, you can make a flower from it, and it has like this nice brown purple color, and also has this taste like almond taste. Yeah, so I would recommend you to have them in the garden. Yeah. And the next fruit will be Dicynea fargesi. It's not really fruits, it's just kind of legumes. And you can use pulp in a pot. It's like soft and sweet inside. And actually, I have seen this tree in the nursery in Vordingborg. So maybe you can find them in Denmark, and I'm sure that you can use the seeds also to grow them. Yes, and next will be Ziziphus. From this slide to the last slide, this part of the fruits I would like really recommend you to have in your garden because they are really nice and tasty. Like it's kind of my favorite from there. Ziziphus is we call it also northern dates because they you can see that if they are dry they look like dates almost. and they are tasty, and they also very good for heart diseases. So people use them like treatment. And here is Illeganus multiflora. This is small berries. They are really nice and tasty. And I like this bush because it's not really big bush. It's maybe 1.5 meter high, but it's nitrogen fixer. So for wild and permaculture garden, it's a really nice solution because you have berries and you have also like nitrogen fixer in the garden. And they are not so big. They're not a tree. It's just a bush. Yeah, and the next plant is amelanicher. Um, almost all the plants, they are pollinators, and they give pollens for bees. So it's also nice to have them like for bees. But also fruits. They all have fruits. Yeah, so amelanicher, there are several kinds of like several species of them. I choose canadensis, and fruits is also really nice, and they are it's not first fruits, but they are at the beginning of summer. So it's nice to have something when the strawberry is almost finished. You can start with amelanicher. So yeah, when there is no so much fruits in this time. Okay, and the next one is lonicera. It's very early fruit. I can say that some of the years in my garden it was earlier than strawberries. So it's the first fruit in the not in the summer, even in the spring. So maybe they are not so big. They are not so like they just sour, something between a black currant and not so sour like black currant, but still maybe not so like tasty, but still it's some fresh fruits, fresh berries, vitamins in the springtime. Yeah, and actinidia. We have many species of actinidia in Ukraine. We have like good selection in our botanical garden in Kiev, and there are red species. There are green one. It's a kind of kiwi, but it's smaller, and it's a climbing plant. So yeah, you need structure, and also yeah, sometimes you need two different plants like man and woman, so they can pollinate each other, and so you will have fruits. And in Avnio, I already planted some actinidia from seeds, and they are growing already in our garden. But you need to know that if you are going to plant them from seeds, 90% of the fruits will be without, like it will be man without berries, and only 10% could be with fruits. So maybe it's a good idea to just find seedlings, not as not from seeds. Yeah, and I think edible chestnut, and maybe not all people know that you can use flour from the chestnut. And I know that in France it's really common. In old times they use this chestnut to make a flour and to bake a bread instead of wheat or other grains. And for me, it's really sustainable solution because yeah, you can imagine how like maintain the tree, like one to maintain 1 hectare of tree edible chestnut tree and maintain 1 hectare of wheat, for example. So and wheat, it's only wheat on the field, and if you have trees, you can grow something on the like under the tree, and it will be grass, it will be some life there. So yeah, let's make a flower from chestnut. Diospyros or persimmon, it's also possible to have in the garden. I already have stones and I would like to try grow them from stones. Yeah, and let's go to the last one. My favorite fruit, it's azimina, and it's a big fruit like this size, and it's a tree. And usually we cannot find it in the shops because you cannot really store them because it's 3 days, and how to say it, they will be rooted, they will be like, it's not commercial plant, so you cannot grow them and sell them like in commercial, because you need to take them from the tree and process them right away. But the fruit is really nice and tasty, and they are big. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go next. Okay. Do you have some questions? And Bob, please help me to read the questions because I couldn't see them.
Somebody said they love chestnut,
Mm-hmm.
and the berry was. How does the first one taste? But
First one, which one?
the very first one, I think.
Viburnum. Viburnum.
Yeah, the thing is, you gotta remember they come.
With jam, with jar of jam. Yeah. It's sour. It's a little bit sweet, but most it's sour. Maybe like red currant, something like this. But there are lots of vitamin C, so yeah, we can use them like for purpose. Okay, and do you all see these pictures with flowers? Who knows about these flowers, which you see on the pictures? What is this? I just have found the English name for this plant because I knew it only. I know it only how it will be in Ukraine. In English, it will be just a minute. Fireweed. Fireweed. And I know why they call it like this, because usually they grow after the fire, after the like when the soil is empty and bare, and then they can grow there. They easily grow when somewhere was burned, and then they can come. Now it's not so known in Ukraine, but many years ago it was really popular. And I don't know, Bob, do you see some comments?
I would add
Because I started to explain about this plant, but I'm just wondering, maybe someone knows it.
But you have to remember that they're behind. They may be
they are
3 minutes behind.
Okay.
So it's kind of, you can't just have a conversation like a phone thing.
Okay.
So somebody's asking that Arbutus unedo, how does that smell? Or, I mean, taste.
Azimina.
Arbutus unedo. Is it the very first one? Look like.
No, I don't know which one is it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then somebody would add Mephilus germanica and another one. Abutus uneta. Oh, she wanted to add those. Okay. So it's not a question.
Okay.
No, also there's no question.
Can I see the comments afterwards? Okay, so I will take a look. Thank you for your adding. Yeah, so I just want to share about this plant because I think we can use it a lot. I have seen it in Denmark everywhere, almost everywhere, in with flowers in the middle of the summer. In Ukraine and Russia and that region, we used it a lot. And it was kind of tea, and we call it Ivan tea or Kypre in Ukraine. And we collected the leaves and then fermented them, and then we drink this tea, and it's really nice tea and healthy tea, and you can use them like on daily basis. But it was before the green and black tea came to our region, and then I think the just marketing team of green and black tea was really strong, and then it just this fire we just disappeared from the from our daily drinks. Yeah, but if you see this plant, you can search about it, and you can just harvest the leaves. You can use leaves. You can also ferment them, but you can just use them like dried. It's really healthy food. So yeah, it was a little bit like a break to see if there is some more questions to the this part of presentation. No. Okay. Okay. Thank you for. So I will go to the next part of the presentation. I'm going to present course which we will have in Auno this year about practical sustainability. And I will be the main facilitator on this course. And it's kind of exciting for me because I have done some lectures and sessions for students, but I haven't done course in English actually. And yeah, and I'm going to share what it will be about. And yeah, it will be a long course, 3-season course. It will be from April 12th until 25th of October. And you will be in Auno, so you will be a part of our community all of this time. And I hope you can discover the joy of conscious consumption, sustainable living, and meaningful connection here on this course and here in our community. And on the slide, you can see that there will be a permaculture PDC course with certificate during this course, which Charlotta Liu Landon will teach us, and other teachers will, from Auno, not only from Auno, will join us also. And yeah, it will be in English. And the next slide, what is it about? The course, it will be practical course. And the course aims to bridge the gap between theoretical knowledge and the practical implementation of sustainable development goals, permaculture principles, and mindful consumption practices. Yeah, and actually, what make it special, this course? And if you know this search, when kind of the results of the search was that 50% of if we want to develop, for example, something, some skills or some new habits, and what it could help us. And the result was like 50% it will be surrounding or environment, which could support us with this. 40% it will be our efforts to reach the goal, and only 10% will be the mental abilities, like our, yeah. And it's really important that you have right environment to do something. And I think the Avno Oasis will be a living example for you of simple and sustainable life, demonstrating how it can be achieved. Yeah, so it will be really special. You will be a part of our community. You will be a part of decision making, because we use sociocracy and sociocratic circles in our daily life. So you can join and see how it works also. And yeah, at the end of the course, you will have such skills. And yeah, and I would say that all of these skills, they actually are about ethical permaculture principle, earth care, people care, and fair share. Yeah, so actually I based this course on these principles, because I see how it works in my life, how it works in our community. So it's really working. So skills to grow your own food, to implement permaculture designs. You will have skills to keep healthy diet, to acknowledge your needs and take responsibility for their satisfaction, to build good relationship in the family and work team and everywhere actually, and to be a sustainable hero and teach others to make changes. Yeah, and I just want to share with you the some blocks of the course. For example, the first part will be functional design and permaculture, and you can see some previous examples of the which our students have made. It's really nice. Some of them make like models, some of them made pictures. Yeah, so we will, Avno is a really big place. We have 21 hectares of land. So it's kind of free space for our permaculture design. Yeah, and we will be planning areas for reduced cost, maintenance, and resource usage. And you will be a part of designing team of Avno Oasis property. So you will do and implement real design and application of principles of ecology and permaculture in design. Yeah, let's go next. The next part will be growing and gardening. And of course, we will learn how to grow own food. We will be outside most of the time, growing vegetables, fruit, nuts, grains, spices, and so on. So you will understand this seasonal cycles, and you will have hand-on experience from seeds preparation to harvest and processing. And we're also going to create a nursery. I have already started a little part, and you can see this small sprout of magnolia, for example. So we have some seeds, and we will do nursery. And you can see how we made beds, and you can see how we are harvesting potatoes from our garden. Yeah, and the next part will be renewable resources. And we will work on manufacturing ceramics dishes. And for example, you can see my cup I have made myself on one of the course. We will reuse clothes. And you can see this nice bags. It's also reuse, utilizing local materials. cultivation and processing flax into fabric. I hope. I cannot promise it, but I hope we will do this next year. This year, because next last um, harvesting local resources like rainwater, solar, and wind energy. Yeah, and next is eco construction, and we will build oven and clay floor, and we will use natural cover for wooden surfaces. And this is a picture of previous years, and you can see our students, they are making this clay floor with Rike, and Rike will be our teacher, and she has in her hands soda, and she will add it in this clay, and she will explain us why it's needed. And we also will have sustainable consumption, understanding personal needs, and evaluating a consumption choice, and the fashion and style, how to combine this with conscious consumption. And yeah, I'm going to teach this part, and it could be also like using like reusing clothes from secondhand shop, but it also means that we will know exactly what we need, which clothes fit us, and we just will not buy uh, extra or too much, or the clothes which doesn't don't fit us, and so on. It could be also new clothes, but sometimes we just buy and we're not satisfied, and buy something new and buy something new, and we are not satisfied. So it's also how to find the clothes with which makes you nice, and yeah, and how to combine the different kind of clothes, and yeah, just to have a study scenes, and can use it in different combination, it will be enough for you. Yeah, and then we have cooking for health, and you can see our kitchen and our students, they are learning how to make healthy food, and we use macrobiotic cooking, like a way to balance and a way to a balanced and healthy diet. And we also are going to use local plants which we can find in nature, and use them like spices or for salad, or yeah, because usually wild food is more nutritional, it's more healthy for us than the food we grow in our garden, so we definitely need to use it. And preparation of herbs and plant-based products for health and vitality. Yeah, and for example, I have this beech seeds, and there are a lot of these trees around, maybe around you also. And maybe some people know, maybe not, that you can use these seeds. You need to fry them, and then you can use them like sunflower seeds, for example. Yeah, so we will do this. Find some plants in wild nature and use them. And then you can see this teaching process when we have this plate with small pieces of everything on the plate, and you can try separately all the food and feel what do you get from it. And when I started, like when I learned, like before this, I couldn't believe that I can really sense how food, how different food affect me. But you really can feel it. You can just taste it and feel. It goes like this: you taste something and you write about this taste, about this food, and then when you share with other students, you can see that there is something common. So different food affects us, sometimes like the same, like with other people. Yeah. Let's go next. You will be very close to other people because we live in one house, so we have co-housing, and we you need to deal with your conflicts, and you will have tools to go through, and you will have a big support because I know that our volunteers and students, today in the morning, one of the students shared with me that she feel like real support here in Avnio, and she said it's so safe to do mistakes here, and I think it's true because we have this warm and close relationship when you can be yourself, and it's not you're not afraid to make mistake, you're not afraid to be different, to change something in you, and yeah, it's just really good space for development. Yeah, and next we will we'll have reconnection with nature also. The first, because we need to observe natural patterns and to have this understanding how nature does it, and to use it in our designs, to use it in our life. And of course, being surrounded by nature and being outside helps us to heal also. So we will use it. Okay, and the last will be a personal sustainable action plan, because our course is practical. So we want you to create your own personal action plan, independent design and implementation of sustainable lifestyle changes in your life. And of course, you will get a mentorship support to develop a personalized sustainable action plan. Um, yeah, so you will get support from me, you will get support from other teachers, so you can make this design and step by step implement it in your life. And the structure will be like 50% we are going to do practical, since 25% will be theory, and theory will be like one morning session, and then we will go outside and we will work, or we will do like designs and so on. And 25% of design, your own life, and individual work. Okay, I need to make a small break, I think. Do we have some question or reaction, Bob? Okay, I will go next. So this course setup aims to actively engage and involve you during all sessions. So only like this you can make a change in your life. And we have prices for this course. If you feel the call for a change, we are very welcome you to come in Avno and transform your life. And you can reserve your spot and you can see the prices here. We have option single room, we have option double room. Um, if not, it will be on the bottom of the video. And you need to fill the application on our website. In the application, you will find more information about the conditions, and we invite you to be part of our community for more than one half a year. Please read it carefully so you can make like conscious choice. And then you pay deposit, and then I will call you to discuss all the details about the course and about your arrival. Yeah, it feels like it all I wanted to say. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Yeah, and maybe I can also say a couple of words. What is my what is special I can do in permaculture design, so you can feel that it's like it's for you or it's not for you. Like I am doing the holistic design, so we can like see your project from different point of view. We are doing water management, functional design. I can choose the right plants, and it's also aesthetic part. So I think I'm good in to combine permaculture design with aesthetic part of the garden, because sometimes the people think that oh, it's just like wild and messy and so on. So and we need some order in this wild permaculture garden. So I think what I'm doing good is just like this combination. And also, I worked a lot with customers, so I would say that it's also what I'm doing good, like to do this. I have a questionnaire for the customers. I have this process, how to work with customers, how to present the design to the customers. So it's also, yeah, I have lots of experience about it. Yeah, okay. So join if you want to join, and don't join if you don't want to join, and make your own choice. And if you have questions, I'm happy to answer them right now. You can write them, and you can also use the link and go to our internet site and read more about this course, which is going to happen from 12th of April. And there is also opportunity to join for part-time. There is also opportunity to see only theoretical part, which will happen in the morning, like to see the live stream from the morning sessions. But I would say that I would not recommend this, because I think we have like in our day now in nowadays we have lots of information in our mind, and the problem is that we don't do it. Okay, I forgot to say about coffee. I wanted to say about coffee. I learned it here because I also went through the some transformation. I have been here in Auno 2 years, almost 2 years, and I attended almost all courses we have here, and I could say that it's like the most resultative, like the most dynamic maybe for self-development 2 years of my life. And now I'm kind of feel ready to share it with you. So that's why this course is happening. And during this cooking class, I discovered how, for example, coffee affects us, and the the process is that coffee affects adrenaline glands, and we get adrenaline to our blood, and it's kind of we create through like drinking coffee, we create this situation in our body when the body feels stress. um, like it don't feel stress, but it have these hormones in the blood, so it need the body needs to react, and that's why we have this feeling that, oh, I can work more, or I can like I don't feel sleepy and so on. So this is the result, but this how we uh, waste wear out our body very fast. And yeah, so it's quite interesting when you dive into it, and I just want to say that we have lots of knowledge, but we don't really follow them, and it creates a stress in our like mind, because it's just knowledge, but it's not the implementation, it's not daily routines, it's not like step by step when we are moving. So I just offer you to come and really implement what we know about healthy style, about sustainability, about yeah, about growing food and so on. So thank you for today. Do we have question, Bob? I'm speaking so you can have time to
No.
to ask questions. Okay. So thank you for today. Please come on our internet site. You are also welcome to check other courses if you are interested to attend the other courses in Avnio. And you can see this picture, so who wants to find, like, they will find the opportunity to do it, but who doesn't want it, like, they will stay on one place. Yes, see you next Friday, and wish you all the best. And yeah, see you. Bye.